This is somewhere near Old Strathcona, not quite there, but kind of getting there. Just pausing for a little video break. This is the Queen Alexandra School.
The Queen Alexandra School was built in 1906 and was originally called the Dugan Street School. In 1908, it was used by the University of Alberta as a campus and office for the university president.
Bit of a balcony out there. Two-story building. Very nice.
It was great being able to check out the lovely architecture, and I wondered who gets to have the view from the top floor.
This is the Mount Carmel School, 1925.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel School is across the street from Queen Alexandra and is a Catholic school. It was built in the pavilion style and designed with a central bell tower that gives the impression of a church spire. This is the end of the rail line here, a rail yard now. It's interesting how things change over the years, and even though trains are still vital for transporting goods across North America, some lines get shut down. Overhead is the marker point for Old Strathcona, which was declared a city in 1907 and later amalgamated into Edmonton in 1912. Now, it's a popular area with lots of unique shops, local restaurants, and is worth a visit. The area that I will be focusing on revolves around the rail line. The plaque on the sign is beautifully designed, with 2 trains on either side and a nod to the industries that were vital to the area's growth, such as grain, livery, and gold mining. I backed up for an overall look at the arch. The Calgary and Edmonton Railway arrived in 1891, which was an early pioneer railway that connected Calgary and Strathcona, as well as many towns in between, including Red Deer and Wetaskiwin. The original Strathcona train station was eventually replaced by the Strathcona Canadian Pacific Railway Station. In 1902, the line was extended across the North Saskatchewan River via the high-level bridge which you see here. The Edmonton Radial Railway Society still operates vintage streetcars that traverse the bridge from the Old Strathcona to the north side of the river.
This is the first train into Edmonton, 1902. Caption of this one is Edmonton Hotel C&E Station, 1891.
Now back to more modern times.
There's a photo of one of the buffalo, in quotation marks, bison, but there's 32 of them made.
The buffaloes lined the street while the games were on.
So this is where United Cycle is. They used to be in that building over there, which is now an antique mall.
Meanwhile, the antique mall used to be where the sports shop is. The antique shop is a fascinating place to check out.
And of course, Edmonton, one of their former taglines was City of Champions. And so here is the Oilers Cup. Unfortunately, they were not able to get it this year, but the city was very sad.
The Stanley Cup statue greets people traveling in from the south. On its surface is a history of all the past winners since 1893. It was neat looking through and seeing the different teams that have won over the years. Of course, I had to look for the legendary years of the Oilers, including the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Famous Oilers back in the day.
A variety of colorful murals decorate the side of the antique mall. They have various sports themes, since it was the United Cycles sports shop previously. Finally, we're getting to what I came here to find. The rail yard was quiet on this morning. This building is not the station, but it seemed to have a station-like style to it.
That's a little sad. Vaughan Steakhouse is, looks like it's closed up. So, this is the building that I came here to see. They have modified it a little bit and kind of added some bits onto it, but this is the former station. It was also a bar for quite a few years. Iron Horse. It's quite a popular bar. Still is a popular area by the looks of it. But we'll walk around and we'll see what we can see.
The Strathcona CPR station was built in 1907, replacing the original one that was built in 1891. It reflects the expansion into Western Canada, and this two-story building established Strathcona as the dominant terminal in northern Alberta at the time.
Not the prettiest of spaces here, but I wanted to really show the back end of the building. Oh, it's actually got 1907 written on it.
The hexagonal tower is a typical feature of turn-of-the-century stations. It was a shame that it's been surrounded by modern buildings, but at least it can still be appreciated.
Yeah, a bit of a forgotten corner. I should really turn this into more of a green space and clean it up. I'm not sure what the intent is here, but
The shipping containers are a revitalization project and are aimed at small retailers or events planners to rent.
set them up around here. Across the corner from us is the old Strathcona Hotel.
It's also built in 1891.
Unfortunately, they had a bit of a fire, so they did lose a lot of the detail on the building. It's quite modernized now. It's not nearly as appealing.
Some of the original details were still visible under the eaves. This is the site where the old Strathcona Farmers Market is held on Saturdays, year-round because it's an indoor location. It's a fabulous spot to explore local goods.
It was a fire hall at one time. Now it looks like it's a theater, Walter Dale Theater.
With the railway, the population and number of buildings increased dramatically. The Strathcona Fire Hall was built in the early 1900s to house its volunteer fire brigade. In behind, there's one more rail-related thing.
During the summer months, they actually have streetcars that you can ride, and they will take you across the high-level bridge to the north side of the river, to downtown Edmonton and whatnot. They don't operate until I think like 9 or 10 or something. It's still quite early, so. Saturdays, Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays.
The Edmonton Radial Railway Society operates the streetcars on the weekends, and it's a fun way to see a bit of the city. If you want to ride, be sure to bring cash, and I personally recommend the first ride of the day, as you can see the streetcar coming out of the car barn. They also operate a museum, which is open on Saturdays. Although there is a wheelchair ramp here at the south terminus at Strathcona, the rest of the stops do not currently have wheelchair access.
You can even see where the line kind of continues on. So I guess historically they extended this line and then to use the high-level bridge to go over to the north side and onwards. And the spot where you board over here. It's very cool.
I hope you enjoyed this small tour of Strathcona and hearing about its history. It felt a little odd making a video about trains that didn't actually have any trains in it. Many thanks to Stephen of Miller's Railfan for the inspiration to film the area. And of course, many thanks to you for watching this video. Please leave a comment below and have a great day.